I'm gonna have to do it this way, but I do have an intro, fellas. Ready? Here it goes.
Get your rolling papers ready and light up that stinky herb because you're tuned into Stoning Rolls with Aristotle, Dave, and Lee. We're here to dish out the sauciest tea in entertainment, comedy, and cannabis culture, all while keeping our hands steady enough to roll a joint. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this live stream of consciousness and virtual smoke sesh. All you cheesebags out there, whether you're baked out of your gourd or just craving some high-quality conversations, we got you covered. So allow us to be blunt and don't be a drag unless you're smoking one.
All right. Hey, that's a very long intro, but
holy cow.
it sounded longer.
I feel like I just went on like the Universal backlot
Hearing
tour
it for the first time. Wow.
Yeah,
That's the
that was
robot
cool.
me. This is our first show. Welcome, everybody.
Dude, that's awesome.
This is exciting. Cheers.
Episode 1.
We just
Episode
became
one.
so legit.
So all you out there, if you are holding, now's the time. Now's the time to take 5
Partake.
or smoke weed. Now's the time to smoke.
Oh my goodness. Episode 1. How is everybody doing?
Pretty
There we
good.
go.
I'm pretty good. I want to talk about submersibles.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about.
That's what you wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about it too. Holy crap. We were thinking.
We get to talk about it together.
Yeah, we do. All kinds. What do you think
Dave,
about?
have you heard about this?
That's the new type of edible, right?
I
It's
think
called a
so.
submersible.
yeah. Oh man.
It's
No, the
yeah.
new type of edible should be called the Titan because that is the particular submersible we're talking about.
Is it called the Titan? I didn't know the name of
Yeah,
it.
think about this. Some billionaire fucking libertarian went around all the regulations and basically built this mini submarine in order to go look at the Titanic. And the guy, not knowing what irony is, called it the Titan and didn't expect something bad to happen.
Right. Now, do we
Like,
feel?
I feel bad for the people on board, but
Do we feel bad for the people on board? That's my question. If you're a billionaire,
I do in like a human sense, like
well, of course. But
the suffering kind of way.
But you go. But is is the edge taken off a little bit because you're like they put themselves in that position? Also, they've got $1 billion. Why are they trying to do? Like everybody who's got $1 billion is trying to climb Mount Everest. And
That's true. Dave, guess how much the tickets were to get in this little underwater coffin?
Oh, I
Each.
know. I know how much.
You know?
It was 250,000?
yeah, how'd you know that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's because you got the brochure.
Yeah. I've gone before.
You checked it out.
Yeah. It's all right. It was fine.
Now,
Just a
I
bunch
was
of
watching
wreckage.
a guy
Yeah, there was a
earlier
boat.
talking about, because at the time of recording this, obviously when we release this, there's no way any of them are alive.
Yeah. There's no way. You don't
But
think there's a way.
Unless they find them. We
They said
don't
they
know
had
yet.
4 days.
In this timeline.
Yeah.
They
got 4 days.
4 days of oxygen and food, and I guess I don't know, sweet.
Well, they're down to 40 hours now.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
So-
That's so terrifying.
Isn't
But
it
I
scary?
did hear, and I don't know the specific case. So Lee, find it and put it up. This has happened before, and
With the
they
Titanic.
were
it will happen again.
saved. Not this. A submersible went missing with a crew in it, and they found them within like minutes of like, that's it.
so what, does that count as being
Oh.
lost? If it's found within
I
minutes?
guess, yeah.
Lost and found.
Yeah,
Lost
immediately.
and found.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so this is the dark sense of humor in me. Much like the creator of the actual Titanic, you'll never believe what this billionaire called Titan.
They call it
He described it as
Titanic,
Unsinkable.
No.
Titanish.
unsinkable. He described a submersible vehicle
as
unsinkable.
That's ironic. You know that
It
he
should be
doesn't.
unfloatable.
He truly doesn't know what irony
really
is.
trying.
That's the first sign not to get in. And then the second sign is when you see how he controls it with a PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that.
We were
it's
talking
not
about.
even it's like a $100 Logitech controller.
Yeah, that's
Unbelievable.
that's where they went
That's
wrong.
where you-
They should.
that's
They
where
should
you
have got an
save the money.
Xbox.
Yeah, maybe I would have paid $300,000 to go if it would have come with a better controller.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the control was pretty
Can you
bad.
imagine like
Poor rating
getting
on the
under
control aspect of that game.
Yeah.
Imagine getting under like the Jeff Bezos cock rocket and you just see the pilot's got a fucking PlayStation headset on.
He's just
Guess
actually
where I ordered
playing.
it from.
He's just actually playing PlayStation because it just flies itself.
Free
This is,
two-day.
I'm just here for insurance. I mean, in case this thing fails. I'm just practicing on the PS5.
Another thing I heard about the Titan is that it was bolted from the outside. So there's no way if you're in to get out in
Right.
an emergency.
Like a cop car
So that's
with
another
submersibles.
problem for them.
Well, in my experience in bolting submarines, you always go from the inside. That's common knowledge.
Yeah.
Inside Out. That was yeah.
That was they
I'm pretty sure that's a movie.
pretty. You know what?
That's what that movie's about, right?
I wasn't
pretty
going to
sure.
tie it to that though. I was going to tie it to Laces Out.
Laces out.
So
Dan Marino?
from Ace Ventura. Laces
You know,
Out.
That's a touchy ending.
Yeah. Yeah.
This all reminds me of like James Cameron and his obsession with the Titanic and going underwater and stuff like that. And I figured,
Yes.
that's a pretty good segue. Remember The Abyss?
Yeah, that movie was
Love
badass.
the Abyss. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like kind of what I'm thinking about when I'm picturing these people down there.
Yeah. Fucking Ed Harris down there with a PlayStation controller.
Ed Harris, he almost died on that movie. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
That's
not
like
know that.
not worth it. Not worth it, James Cameron.
Apparently he doesn't like, I mean, I'm saying this like I don't know. This could be total bullshit, but apparently I've heard he doesn't like talk about the making of that movie.
I don't talk about it. It's like Fight Club. I don't know. James Cameron, he seems to make movies that are required viewing. You ever notice that? It's like Avatar 2. I'm like, I don't want to see it, but I guess I have to. I have to go see this movie now because it's
I didn't
required.
see the new one. Yeah.
And it's so funny because most of his movies, he's had a big deal in writing.
Yeah.
And the scripts are just terrible. Somehow, though, he always manages to make a great movie with the worst scripts. Mm-hmm. And then for this latest, he hired a team of writers like you would on a series.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow it's even worse.
Somehow.
Don't understand.
It's seven
But
times
like
worse.
at the same time, you're just watching it going like, whoa. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's getting people to go into the theater. So
Not me. I watched it on my couch right there.
You know who's worse? And Christopher Nolan. Everybody in his movies are like just describing what they're doing. They're like, I am going to use this thing and then we're going to go here. And once we go here, I'm going to do this. And then like, there's no actual human talking.
Yep.
But
As long as you say something in an English accent, it sounds like you know what you're talking about. I found that.
oh yeah, you're gonna
Many times in my
overdub
life.
this all English accent, right? You could
Only the important parts.
AI
so
can do
people
that.
really tune in.
only when the
can
accent
do it.
really comes out.
AI can totally do that too. You could actually put, there's like a real time translator. If you like talk into it, it'll
What-
give your voice an accent or something.
Aristotle, what was that thing you used at the beginning of this episode? What was that?
That's called 11 Labs. It's an AI that can take a snippet of audio of you talking, and then it will clone your voice exactly, almost exactly. I have another version of that, but I don't know if you can hear it in here.
Get your rolling papers
11
ready and light up
labs.
that stinky herb.
No.
I just found the Department of Biology at Tufts University.
Tuft.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, I'm going to apply.
Click, yeah, accept all cookies from there.
4 years later, Lee comes back.
Yeah.
So I didn't
I'm in
find
so much
that
student
AI
debt.
thing.
I wonder about those people down there in the submersible looking at the Titanic as a tourist attraction. You know, one of the guys is a billionaire, and he took his 17-year-old kid. Now, that guy, the kid,
Oh, my gosh.
I feel like he's the most innocent of all of them. The rest, I mean, it's questionable.
Yeah.
It's questionable. Let's just say that. I mean,
Who's paying $250,000? Like,
to go look
I
at
don't
a
know.
disaster site.
I feel like that, like,
I could just rent the movie, you know?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like not even, it's like $2.99 on Amazon.
Yeah.
That's standard definition.
Like, you don't need to do that.
Well,
People have too much money. We need a wealth cap. I'm saying it.
I think-
Episode 1. Let's start.
Wealth
Let's
cap.
get people mad. Wealth cap.
You know what I
we
think the
had
wealth
one
cap
up
should
until
be?
Reagan.
$5 billion. Once you get to 5, your life's not really changing that much, is it? Like,
What do you? 1 billion. 1 billion. No one needs over $1 billion.
all right, I'll get you a 2.5 billion. What do we?
$2.5 billion.
we're negotiating. This is high stakes. We're talking billions of fake
Nobody
money.
needs more than $1 billion.
Nobody needs more than $1 billion fake dollars.
of the 1%. If you make $5 billion, you got to give away everything you make above that. You just got to give it away
Oh, yeah.
To
Until you're
everyone else.
back down to, yeah.
to 5
Yeah,
billion.
because chances are you got like thousands of people working for you that can't afford their rent.
Yeah. The despair, the inequity in society these days makes me want to say, bring us to our next segment. What you munching? I got popcorn. I got
it.
popcorn cup.
I was thinking about
Forgot my
eating, but my OnlyFans is mukbang.
Oh.
I can almost smell that popcorn.
I covered it in butter. What you munching out there?
yeah.
Leave it in the
Movie.
comments. Movie theater popcorn. You know, I was thinking about
What's up?
Avatar more.
Yeah,
I think we should
yeah.
we should really
Keep going.
talk about what's
Dig
important.
deep.
Avatar.
Go the way of the water.
You know, when you go to see those movies, everybody's like, wow, it's so beautiful. Pandora's so beautiful. I'm like, yeah, because that's Earth, idiot. That's what Earth could look
Yeah,
like.
but it's got
Yeah.
floating rocks.
Yeah, but no, with
We used
under,
to have floating rocks.
it's just everything that we
What?
have here.
What?
I'm just saying James Cameron plagiarized Earth with that.
Yeah.
With that movie.
Yeah, and like many indigenous cultures.
You know what the funny thing about the first Avatar
This is now
is
an
about
Avatar podcast.
it is
That's our sponsor today.
Disney
James
and
Cameron.
20th Century Fox. The first Avatar is a white savior movie. You got like Jake, he goes into the thing and he saves all the blue people, right? And then he becomes a blue
yeah.
person. And the second movie, spoiler alert, is a blue savior movie because he's a blue guy going over to the green people and saving those people. I don't know if you've seen
Man,
it.
they're
But
going to get all of them.
What's perfect about it, though, is that also, spoiler alert, he's the one that puts the other blue people in danger in the first place.
Yeah, my bad.
So, like, it would really be fucked up if he decided not to save those people.
He's like, nah.
Considering he's the only reason those people are in danger. Reminds me a lot of the Batman.
The first Batman,
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah, you did not like. We saw that together, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
What did you not like about
that?
the Batman? Remind us, Steve.
Okay. I'm going to get some hate for this.
I need to watch it again. I've only seen it the one.
I liked the way it looked. I thought like the acting was great. Like the technically fantastic. But Batman was just not necessary throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's been studies
Like
on
his-
this.
Yeah.
That's
I've been poked and prodded by scientists worldwide.
That was for many different reasons, though.
They told me it was because I didn't
It was
like
all
the
because of the
Batman.
Batman. We're doing this because of the Batman, they kept screaming.
Yeah, he was the reason that the crime was happening.
Usually the doctors don't scream.
It was
at
in
you.
a closet in Comic-Con. It was terrifying.
This is because of the Batman.
Here's another part about Avatar 2 that was bad. It was just James Cameron's greatest hits. Like every single thing. It was like, oh yeah.
It was every movie's greatest hits.
Yeah, but it was like, particularly, I was like, oh, this is the part where the Titanic's sinking. This is the part in The Abyss where they're doing that. And then this is the part in Aliens. And then this is the part in Terminator. And it's like he has run out of ideas.
Wouldn't it have been great if what's his name fell into lava and like the blue hand was doing the thumbs up? The big old alien thumb. You got to admit though, the one thing James Cameron does really, really fucking well is being stuck in a boat when it's sinking.
He does. It does feel like that. It does feel like that when I'm in the theater.
Too soon.
So nobody's munching anything? You got no apples? I thought you said you had apples. Lee?
I ain't got shit, man.
Why don't you go to Las Vegas behind your house?
Yeah.
They make a mean frozen Snickers bar there.
Yeah.
They do.
I
just don't like the idea of eating.
You don't like,
because I'm one of those people who can't stand like hearing people eat. So a podcast where people are eating while they're talking to me sounds like the most nightmarish scenario.
Lee's confronting his trauma right now.
Yeah, they call that
like if I were stuck in the back seat of a car just like in 405 traffic and the Uber driver was listening to this and it was just Aristotle chewing popcorn.
Yeah.
That's when you notice we have Lee chained to that chair right now. He can't leave. It's all part of it's all part of his therapy.
Can't be alone in this.
You're scratching your armrests to pull the cotton out.
I don't know where that came from in my life, but
Did something happen? Did someone chew cereal while you were trying to sleep?
Oh my God, yes, you're right.
That's what happened.
It was terrifying.
You ever just hear someone like pour a bowl of cereal and just start munching it from like...
I've seen someone pour Captain Crunch and then not wait.
Just go right for it.
I'm just thinking like, is this Hellraiser? Like, what is wrong with you?
Do they know what they're doing?
Like,
well, yeah.
Can we please? I really want to shoot a Hellraiser skit.
Let's ask him.
Where Pinhead makes
Crunch.
Someone eat fresh Captain Crunch.
Now, how does the inside of your mouth feel now?
It's just
there's like 2 drops of milk that come out, you know?
It's a great got milk.
Cenobite's just like all smiles. Just can't wait.
We have such sights to show you.
This is the bottommost level of hell.
Yeah.
Eat this, Captain Crunch.
Try, Captain.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's good.
Well, we know some people that we could maybe borrow some Cenobites from.
Yeah. Oh, we should try. You know, I bet you they would come on the show.
Let's have them on the show.
Josh and Sierra Russell, who created all the effects for the recent Hellraiser movie.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that they
put them
would?
down on the
beautiful,
list. Let's just put them
people.
down. They have to if we put them
just
down.
write their names on the list. It's called Manifestation.
Yeah.
I think it's called Death Note, actually.
Oh, don't write on that list.
Not in that notebook.
Do you think they'll lend their opinion on the Avatar movies if we ask them?
Is that a prerequisite now?
We hijack everybody we have on and just totally turn it to Avatar.
Dave, did you read the fine print of the contract that we signed? Did it say that like, oh, this is actually an Avatar 2.8 podcast?
I thought it was odd that the Stoning Rolls was all in the papyrus font. But you know,
have you guys seen this thing with Reddit where I don't know the details? People are just like,
it's annoying.
It's really annoying because I've had to look shit up and I click on these links and they don't go anywhere.
What are you talking about?
I'm not a part of this.
Describe to me what you're just talking about. Because act as though I don't know what you're talking about. Tell me.
All Reddit, like certain subreddits, aren't active right now. Some just aren't active. Some are just turned off. Like it's just error. Like all of them on subreddit, for pics it's all John Oliver.
It's just
It's all like you just scroll and it's just one John Oliver. Like
they're doing
it's
it in protest
Yeah.
against the CEO, I believe,
of Reddit
who made a deal
with the devil.
that is based. If I have to guess, and someone can look this up while I'm stretching time here, it's a CEO who has sided with some sort of corporation-like figure, and it is going to somehow be fucking most people on Reddit over. And since Reddit is kind of like
by the people.
communism online, I guess is a weird thing to call it.
It's a great way to sell to sponsors. Let's see.
Yeah.
A number of
Brought to you by
popular
Reddit.
subreddits have cheekily relaunched amid the widespread protests against Reddit from its users. 3 massive subreddits now feature only images of comedian John Oliver. This
What
new
great
development
publicity.
is a direct shot at Reddit's CEO, who has said he thought most users would want things to return to normal, then continue the protest against the company's new policy that effectively prices out third-party apps. Interesting. So, like...
Yeah.
Was I right?
You know what the thing that sucks about this? This is just like another reflection of what's going on right now with the entire economy. Because every time people like you and me, you know, people who don't have any money, we like what happens is we lose more money and they charge us more money. They shrinkflate. They charge us $2 extra for our friggin' Cheetos. My Cheetos used to be way cheaper. And what happens is the corporations don't spend any money or invest any money during this time, so they make record profits. They charge us twice as much, they make twice as much, and they spend zero.
And then they
Cheetos
invest
Nation.
money in stock buybacks.
It's insane.
And then they take out PPP loans, and then those loans are forgiven, but student loans, for some reason, that's just ridiculous.
Unreal.
I like what we're doing here. We're not stating our political affiliation, but every once in a while, the
Seems
conversation
pretty
goes into an
obvious.
area where there's a certain demographic of people who are going to tune out, and probably leave a misspelled comment somewhere.
I'm just saying
We try to get them with the Cheetos, though.
Yeah. Wait, do you think communism is going to tune people out?
Wait, hold on. Wait for this motorcycle
To motor.
I hate motorcycles.
Motorbike.
Oh God! Like I understand they're cool,
Right.
but do they have to be so fucking loud?
Can they be quietly cool?
I was on
Like
a date last year.
Like a Prius.
And the lady said, she seemed to be into me, and she was like, "Hey, do you ride motorcycles?" And she was like, and I was like, I don't have the time to recover from injuries.
yeah.
I don't like to do that. Look, if you drive a motorcycle, you look cool. Also, it was nice knowing you.
Is it something about the small engines that makes them so annoyingly fucking loud?
I think it's
Or is it just like something that's an annoying fucking human being would just get that kind of thing and make that kind of thing, knowing that there's a severe lack of parking in Los Angeles, and if you have to come home at 2:00 in the morning, you better not own a loud motorcycle. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like that was directed very specifically.
You know who I'm talking about.
I think-
not you. You don't know who I'm talking about. I'm talking directly to them because they're watching.
I think the size of the inadequacy equates to the loudness of the motor.
I love intelligent dick jokes.
That's a high-minded dick joke. Our fans, are we still calling them cheesebags?
Fuck yeah. Cheesebags.
Cheesebag
Come here,
Nation.
cheesebags.
What about stoned rollers? Is that
I feel like that implies too much.
Okay.
Cheesebags.
Could be anything. Or it could be one thing.
everybody wants to
Or
be
it could just
Exactly
be cheesebags.
what you think it is.
Yeah, nobody does. Everybody wants to be a
Bag of
cheesebag.
cheese.
But I like cheese.
Like the Baby Bells?
Yeah. No, it'd be more like
I love baby bells.
Because they kind of come in like a bag. It's like a net.
yeah.
Like you caught,
okay, how
like they caught
about-
those at sea. They
That's a
just
cheese bag.
pulled them up.
We can actually animate that.
Comment something if you'd rather be called my little baby Bell.
My little baby Bell?
No, mine. My little baby Bell.
Oh.
My little cheese bag full of baby bells.
Cheese bags.
I want my baby Bell.
We do that with all of our sponsors. The same.
I want my better help. Aristotle, I would like to know your thoughts on Avatar 2.
Well, I think they're evident. Avatar 2 is just, it's required viewing.
A-okay.
Greatest movie of all time.
Best movie I've ever seen in my life. I feel like you have to take an edible. This is what I did to go see it. I took 2 edibles and I smoked a big fatty right before walking into the theater at the IMAX theater at the Chinese theater. And as they hit the water is when everything
went
hit.
to Pandora.
Yeah, right as we got to Pandora, I was like, all right, I'm in. This is worth it, actually. But other than that, I don't think it's worth it. It's not bad.
I do have to say, though, it is amazing the quality of effects you can get when you give artists enough time and money to complete it.
Right.
As opposed to just saying, we need this out next month. You
take a
better
long time,
make
yeah.
Iron Man look shiny.
Yeah.
You know?
You better polish
There's
up
no
that Iron
hate
Man.
towards Marvel, by the way. I love Marvel movies.
They
Also,
need to just slow it up a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe like come out with a new movie every, I don't know, never again.
Let's start it out with, I love Marvel.
every never again. If you
Never do it again.
Here's my argument for that, though.
Yeah.
Because I love Marvel, I don't want any more movies. And my argument is, it's called my Star Wars theory. I love Star Wars. I got a Star Wars poster right there. I love Star Wars. I don't ever really want to watch another Star Wars thing ever again.
Me neither.
Because there's a new Star Wars thing coming out every 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Not
I'm
special
just tired
anymore.
of, like, it's not special. Like, back in the day, oh God, I'm going to sound like the worst kind of generational superiority asshole right now. But I remember when we were kids, like, there was a thing where you see a movie and then, like, a year later, you'd hear about the sequel coming out, and then 6 to 8 months after that, you get to see that, and that was it. That was it until it came out on video, and there was something like magic about the having to wait for that stuff.
Also, I feel like when we were kids, we paid good money to see terrible sequels, and we loved it. But I feel like, on one hand, you got people building out universes that are like kind of making, like, Marvel was consistently good for like that first 10 years, just pretty consistently good movies.
Yeah.
And that's cool. But again, it just gets over. I'm kind of tired of the same old story again, over and over again. I think there needs to be more interesting ways to tell these stories. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Disney, Star Wars is kind of dried up. Although Andor was great. I don't know if you saw Andor. It's great.
I didn't. I've heard that's good.
I think they're still making such good things, and I somehow I disassociate Star Wars, like the movies, like the 9 movies, from all these new shows. I just view these shows as like cool shows within the Star Wars universe a little bit. Like,
I can do that with Mandalorian for some reason more than the other ones.
Yeah.
Do we have to? Okay, here we go again.
Back
This is
to
a perfect,
Avatar.
like,
You're getting on a stone
stoned
roll.
nerd rant
It's a
right
stone
here.
nerd roll. That's what we're gonna call it.
Does everything have to have like fucking deep faked and like computer graphic facial replacement? Like, sometimes you can cast an actor who looks like the young person, but not like the way they cast Han Solo. I thought was great because he didn't look exactly, but they didn't put Harrison Ford's fucking face on him. Like, can we stop doing that? It never looks right.
It doesn't ever look right. And the guy who redid
we all
the one,
know what they look like.
there was one that in The Mandalorian that they did that some guy on YouTube who does deep fakes was just like, yeah, I'm going to do this better than Disney just did it. And then Disney hired him as the head of their likeness department. Because now they're just going to like take all of these dead people's faces and make more Star Wars out of them.
One of the Star Wars, I can't remember which one it was. I think it's one of the later J.J. Abrams ones. They used, or maybe it was the middle one. Which one was that one called? The Ryan Johnson one?
The Empire Strikes Back.
I don't know. They used Carrie Fisher's daughter and put Carrie Fisher's face on her daughter.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy is who looks a lot like Carrie Fisher and probably could have pulled it off without having visual effects on her face is Carrie Fisher's fucking daughter.
Yeah. Just on that. Yeah.
I feel like audiences would buy that. We don't need. I
agree with that. I think it's interesting.
I'm also just like an old man who is complaining about movies that are marketed to 12-year-olds. So
I made the mistake of telling people I liked Star Wars when I was 12. So ever since then, people are like, "Here's another Star Wars gift for Christmas."
Show some. Yeah, you got some cool Star Wars stuff though.
I got this one.
What?
That shit's fucking scary though.
It's Grogu.
Every second that's on here, we're paying Kathleen Kennedy, right?
Grogu's gonna force choke her. Also, this is my pride position. This is my pride and joy.
That is cool. That's really cool.
Watch this. I'm gonna hit myself in the head. But how's your Spotify doing? Tell me about your Spotify. You out there?
My Spotify is actually pretty good.
Dude, mine's been fire lately. Yeah.
Sometimes they tell me about Wilco, and I'm like, look, I don't like Wilco. Spotify, get that out. Get this mess out of here.
I like Wilco.
Well, I don't like it. You know what? Because they
say off your Spotify.
They're like, you look like a guy who likes Wilco. You probably hang out with guys who listen to Wilco.
There should be a filter.
But I tried to thumbs down it a million times. I'm like, listen, I don't need no Jeff Tweedy in my life.
Yeah,
there should be like parental controls where you can be like, automatically Steely Dan is just shut off.
Yeah,
we hate global filter.
Yeah, please filter.
You tell me who I like. I'm gonna tell you who I don't like.
Yeah,
it's pretty sad. I mean,
although that would be a really good, like, Spotify should have the option of being like, you said you hated this band. Here's other bands you might hate.
You're like, you know what? Actually, I do hate that band.
I do hate this band.
Let me listen to it real quick.
Listen to this band. I'm going to hate listen to this band.
Still hate them.
It's the negative Spotify.
Yep, I still hate Steely Dan.
Nice.
Still don't like them. Sorry, guys. Sorry, audience out there who are big Steely Dan fans. It just never connected with me. I don't get moved by their music.
Tell me your thoughts on Avatar 2.
Avatar 2 is all right. It's not a terrible movie. It's like a movie. It's an event.
It's kind of like the Dave Matthews Band of movies.
Yeah. It's like people.
Lots of talent.
Oh, man. I was in Atlanta.
Big production.
It's like the real big fish.
I was in Atlanta the other week, and they have like such great this pathway where you can walk or ride a bike and everything. It's called the Beltline, and they've got like different stops off of it, restaurants and stuff like that. And there was a guy out in front of a restaurant. I believe he didn't have a shirt on, and he was playing a guitar and like singing "Crash" by Dave Matthews, and I was like, when was the last time, A, I've heard that song, and B, he was going for it too.
Yeah, he was. I'm gonna provide some musical bed.
He wasn't bad. I was just like, what the hell? Yeah.
Why do you know that song?
Transported back to high school immediately.
Lee, you ask, how do I know this song? I liked to impress girls when I was younger, so I would learn all the songs girls liked.
I was just gonna say there's like a period in world history.
You got any Jason Mraz
where college dudes would play that on an acoustic guitar trying to get laid.
Live? Remember Live?
Yeah, I can
feel. This is all gonna have to be censored because it's all copywritten.
Yeah, we can't do any of this.
We can actually. Because it's
oh really? Okay.
It. Yeah.
Do Dancing in the Dark.
This is a request hour now.
All right. Request hour has completed. Unless you guys want some more Dave Matthews.
Oh
my
god.
god.
I'll literally just walk away if Coldplay comes out.
Dude,
Coldplay.
No. I will hang it out. Can't do it.
Sorry, guys.
Sayonara. It's like
He's
a
leaving.
white void.
Wait, he's actually leaving. He's gone. We've got him. We've got Dave. It's just you and me.
It's
I need to get that voice thing you got because there's so many things I want to type into ChatGPT and just call people and have it say.
In your voice or my voice? Because
In Dave's.
In Dave's voice.
in mine.
Yeah. Like, is this
I'm
Dave?
not going into your Lemon Labs or whatever it is.
You're going to Lemon Labs at the Huff Institute.
You just call like old producers that we worked with Dave's voice.
Oh my god, that's fine probably.
I think all of our bridges are not burnt, but just dissolved over time.
Do they have one that can like turn your voice into Kermit the Frog?
I think so.
I don't know. Can they?
Oh my God, he's got it already. Lee, you should charge $90 a month for that.
I'm gonna fall
I
out
can't
of my
do it.
chair. What was that? Oh my god, that's like
It was Kermit the Frog on a bender.
because at that point, then could you take AI and like mix Kermit the Frog with like Arnold Schwarzenegger? Like, I mean, it's not humanly possible. So I'm wondering if it's
I'm going to try it
possible.
though. It may not be physically possible, but I'm going to try.
It's hard
Or
to
will
do.
that create some sort of new frequency?
Get to the chopper.
It's a new frequency of
Yeah.
I'll be back.
All the dogs outside of your apartment are going nuts. Next episode, I need to have like a drink next to me or something.
Yeah, you got to drink something.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
parched.
I'm trying. I want to get sponsored by Thunder Pop really badly. We got to figure out who
What's Thunder Pop?
their
Yeah.
social person. It's a weed energy drink.
it's-
It's
it's
so
a-
good.
Gift from the gods is what it is.
Oh, I got to try some of this Thunder Pop. Yeah. So
It's
send
like
us a
smoking a
case.
fat joint and getting all
Yeah, it's
amped
like
up.
an energy drink. Yeah, so it's like works against each other. It's perfect.
I have a friend who's like a self-proclaimed pothead, and they have all these like sayings and slang. I don't even know what the words are. There's just like, I don't know, like a gooch a grooch. Or I just made that up, but
Goochie grooch.
it might as well be something in the stoner
It could be
culture.
named-
You know
That
what I
could be
bet
what's
that. You
named
know what I
after
bet
us.
that is. Can we just? I'm gonna suggest.
You're gonna guess what a Gucci
definition
Grooch
for it. What was it? Gucci mooch.
Gucci
Gucci
grooch.
grooch.
Gucci grooch.
Gucci grooch.
Gucci grooch.
It sounds like a damp, sweaty joint.
Gucci grooch. Yo, don't give me that Gucci
Like you
grooch.
you pull if you pull a joint out of your pocket, but it's like hot and humid out. That's a Gucci grooch.
Like at first glance, it could
Like
be like
it's
a
like
cockroach.
even hard to light.
Yeah, it's just
I do like that.
it's not well packed. Yeah,
This is part of the show where we come up with new cannabis culture terms, and Gucci grooch is number one.
Yeah.
yep. Put it on the calendar.
Put it on the calendar.
Gucci grooch.
What about
When the Gucci grooch stole 420.
That's we make a Grinch like movie, but it's called the Gucci.
the Gucci grooches?
We're not supposed to be writing right now, guys.
That's true. No, we can write. We just can't take
Yeah.
any meetings.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And that's the reason why I'm not in so many meetings right now.
That's why we're doing this
I'm
podcast.
sticking
This
to
is
it.
why.
Yep.
I'm sticking to that reason.
This
and
counts as
not
a meeting.
anything else.
Yeah, the writer's strike, that's a big deal, huh? We're like, nobody's working. Nobody's working.
How many
And
days in are we?
Damn
now?
straight.
a month or so, right? A couple months?
More than yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a...
It's going to be so long.
You think so? You think we're never going to
Yeah.
come to a resolution as to which robots are going to write what robot?
I think that's the reason it's going to be so long is now I think there's an option for the corporations to try before giving in.
They're gonna try AI writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. They're going to they're going to do
Disaster.
anything they can cuz they don't understand that the AI that we have right
Somebody's
now isn't
gonna
actually
re-
artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna rewrite the AI anyway. Like they're not gonna use it as is. Like,
I watched a video from a congressman today, Jim
Jim
The
Jordan.
guy on TikTok.
No.
No, not Jim Jordan. No.
Jim Jeffries.
Jim Jeffries, maybe. I think. I don't know. You know what I'll do is in editing, the name will go right here.
Boop. It'll just right up.
This guy right here.
That guy.
Yeah.
He's like one of these young Congress guys, and he's on TikTok, and he is one of the few Congress people who talks to his constituents through TikTok.
You would think that
very open.
You think that a representative would want to represent their constituency,
right? And he was talking about this AI meeting that he had, where all of the older members of Congress aren't taking it seriously, which is a problem. And they don't really have a contingency right now for AI created chemical weapons or there's no protection right now. Someone who's smart enough could create a machine that just tell the computer, make a chemical weapon that is unstoppable, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where we're at. There's no,
and we got like a bunch of old shrivs
but
in Congress who are just like, I don't think it's a danger.
Now, does that go through the Wi-Fi? Does that TikTok? Does that go on the Wi-Fi?
Oh, that was so embarrassing.
Yeah,
and then
that was
to have
weak.
to have the EU discover 2 weeks after that Facebook was stealing all of our data and selling it.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Well, I don't think that once the AI cat's out of the bag, there's no putting that genie back in that mixed metaphor.
Yeah.
So
honestly, if it comes to like a lifetime of robots making art and humans having to do the worst jobs and not being able to live in an artistic utopia, I'd rather have Terminator 2 happen.
Yeah.
Just fucking just set all the nukes off.
Just a thumbs
there's
up.
no point anymore. Thumbs up in the lava. As long as I get to do, like, I'm not a big gun nut, but I have always wanted to do that thing Sarah Connor does where she pumps the shotgun.
Oh,
with one
yeah.
hand.
Yeah, that was amazing. Sierra Connor. She's good.
Yeah. Let's talk about how Terminator 1 is like one of the best slasher movies ever.
Yeah, and Terminator 2 is like one of the best action sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like, people forget that the first Terminator is like, you watch it, it is a horror movie through and through.
Straight up.
And like with a slasher kind of structure. That scene where he goes into the club, like, oh man, and now that just happens every weekend.
And it says like cyber tech on the wall or something, or like, did you notice? I noticed that the other day. I was watching a Why Terminator is Such a Great Movie video the other day because I'm a geek. And
interesting.
The wall says like something tech, like, and it's so blatant, and I've never noticed it before. So let me find what it says.
Cyber tech?
Probably like cyber tech or cyber something, cyber
Tesla truck.
What's it? It's in
Tech
part
Noir.
2.
I think it says Tech Noir.
Oh, Tech Noir is the club's name.
Yeah,
Tech Noir.
That's it. Tech Noir.
Wow.
And then it's like flashing. It's like flashing Tech Noir. Like you're watching a Tech Noir right now. Because it's
James Cameron, you fucking bitch.
He just hit the nail on the head. James Cameron. It's all about this episode is called Terrible People and we're talking about James Cameron a lot in this one. Not that he's a terrible person if he's got a job.
I've heard he's not a very nice person.
Up next, we cold call him.
Yeah.
Just
we do self-tape auditions with AI to see if it improves our acting careers.
Yeah. I was gonna do that actually. Because I got there was a car commercial that I was auditioning for last month, and it was right after the strike, so like a week after the strike.
Oh.
And it was so obviously written by ChatGPT. It was just like revel in the joy of sharing memories with your friends. It's like the description was so horrible, and then I was like seriously considering doing an AI generated audition for it.
Can you imagine? You'd probably get it.
Oh,
that would be amazing.
Because that AI links up with the other AI.
And they fall in love, and then those are the AI babies that grow up to be president.
You know, it's going to be crazy, man, this AI thing. Now this is the high thoughts section of the show. These AI individuals, we're going to be like merged with them. It's going to be cybernetic. So right now, everything that's everything that's AI, like a prefix now, like AI this, AI that, it's going to be CY, like cyber this, cyber that. Because like in about 10 years or so, everything's just going to merge with our brain, and it's going to be cyber this and cyber that. We're going to be part of the machine.
Man, we're going to miss it.
Bring it. I want it.
Do you want it?
No, if we live to the ripe old age of the American life expectancy, which is 73, I think now.
Okay. Down.
We may see
There's no
we may see some of our younger relatives have at least those boots from the original Mario movie where you can click them together and jump real high. So
Yeah.
But once we like become part of the machine, this is what. Oh, here's another thing I thought of when I was high. We're gonna like refer to the algorithm, kind of in like as just the overarching thing in our life. Like we're gonna go to the store and be like, oh, the algorithm decided to get this type of bread today. Everything, we'll just refer to it as part of our life, not just Instagram, not just TikTok. Just the algorithm is created good weather today. And my friend
you want to
says,
hear something?
Man.
my friend says we're going to call it mother. But go ahead.
Your friend says you're going to call him mother.
Like in the movie Alien.
You want to hear something really fucking mind-blowing? I didn't think of this. I was watching a Michio Kaku interview when I was high. So that really hurt to watch.
What?
And it freaked me out, and I lost a little bit of sleep over it. And this can play us out. We're on the teetering end here of the episode.
Yeah.
So as our audience goes off to slumber tonight, just think about the future of humanity being the fact that eventually there'll be no need for physical form at all because our consciousness will be able to be uploaded. And it's very likely that there are intelligent beings throughout the entire universe that we don't know because we see them as clouds of dust because they're really just uploaded consciousness and there's no need for physical worlds anymore.
Yep, that's what I think about. When they say about advanced civilizations outside of Earth, we're getting there. I'm the guy with the hair on the History Channel like this, the ancient aliens. That's me.
Like you see those crazy dust
put a lower
clouds in
third
the
down for
infrared.
Well,
Aliens.
well, this is what I think. I think that once you get to a point of technology where you can actually start where we are, which is only about 150 years of like industrial revolution, maybe 200, 300 years of industrial revolution. That's a very short time, and I don't think it's going to be that much longer before we become like enter the matrix. We just become non-corporeal beings that are inside of some digital platform. That's what's going to happen, and I think that's what happens eventually to all civilizations, and that's why we don't really see any, because it's such a blip. As soon as you get to that point, it goes straight to that, and then you become a part of the collective conscious.
I feel like that's a good topic for next episode. Aliens.
And with that nighty night,
Aliens.
yeah. Sweet dreams.
Next week we're going to talk about aliens. We're going to talk about, are we in a simulation? We're going to talk about why cats always show you their butthole when they like you. And why does that look like something you might see in space?
It's going to be clearly robots doing the podcast next week.
This is just gonna be Balenciaga
and remind me on next episode, I will go into how the Illuminati just contacted me on Instagram.
Well, this is great.
Even I don't know that one.
That's called a cliffhanger.
This is a perfect cliffhanger because
Did it happen?
the last note that I have on today's show notes is freak the audience out, and I think we've done that successfully.
Yes.
That happened a long time ago.
All right, sayonara, folks out there. We'll see you on the next one. And remember to follow us on all of the platforms, which are evidently displayed. Enjoy. I've been Aristotle, and this is Lee and Dave. And I think I already said goodbye. I think I said goodnight already.
I feel like the music's ramping up at this point anyway.
Which button do I press?
We're just going to stop it.
Just drown me out.
Try these two?
Way out of here. Oh, God.